May this beautiful afternoon fill your hearts with boundless happiness and gives you new hopes to start yours with. A very warm afternoon wishes to each and everyone present here. It gives me immense pleasure to have had this opportunity to extend my wishes to our Honorable Principal Ma'am, most zealous students, talented and motivated teachers, and everyone present here. I welcome you all to the celebration of Hindi Divas and Lit Fest 2020, recognizing the importance of reading and to mark the occasion of International Literacy Day on 8th September organized by CBSE. Before we begin, I request everyone to adhere by a few housekeeping rules for the smooth functioning of the event. Please make sure your mic is on mute during the session to facilitate a noise-free environment. Please make use of the chat box for quick communications. The chat box is on the top right corner of your Google Meet screen. Please do not click on Present Now button. This icon is located on the bottom right corner of the screen. Please turn off the camera video to avoid any network issues. When you have to speak, please unmute and one person will speak at a time. While speaking, turn on your cameras.
Distinguished and respected Principal Ma'am, Miss Pamela Ghosh, beloved teachers, and my dear friends, a very good afternoon. On this auspicious occasion, I stand before you
Over
to
to
welcome you
Saubhagya.
to welcome you all with extreme pleasure on behalf of Literary Association, Edify School, Kanakpura Road. A Chinese proverb says, if you are planning for a year, sow rice. If you are planning for a decade, plant trees. And if you are planning for a lifetime, educate people. Language is the medium through which educational process fulfills its aim. So it is highly essential that students should be able to handle language in its best level. I take this opportunity to welcome all once
Over to
again.
Saubhagya.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
I take this opportunity to welcome all once again. Life, let me remind you, is made special by memories.
Yes,
I am
ma'am.
sure I'm sure this literary extravaganza online will become for you a cherished memory. A snapshot that you will showcase for the rest of your lives as we bring together languages of English, Kannada, Hindi, and Sanskrit to celebrate its literatures. This event will allow us to think beyond our daily spheres of influence and think of the world beyond our immediate surroundings. It expands our minds, gives us a greater capacity to love, and enables us to push ourselves to new standards of excellence. Thank you and welcome everyone.
For every dream in our heart, God gives us inspiration. For every hope we seek, God gives us unexpected miracles. May we be showered with God's blessings always. Let us now invoke Almighty's blessings before we proceed with the events. I call upon Miss Chaitra ma'am to render the invocation song to seek God's presence throughout the event.
Good afternoon to all. माता सरस्वती शारदा माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा विद्यादानी दयानी दुःखहरिणी जगत जननी ज्वालामुखी माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा विद्यादानी दयानी दुःखहरिणी जगत जननी ज्वालामुखी माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा कीजिए सुदृष्टि कीजिए सुदृष्टि सेवक जान अपना इतना वरदान आए इतना वरदान दीजिए तान तान और अलाप बुद्धि अलंकार शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा विद्यादानी दयानी दुःखहरिणी जगत जननी ज्वालामुखी माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा हे माता सरस्वती शारदा 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 Thank you.
The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Recognizing the importance of reading and to mark the occasion of International Literacy Day, CBSE announces celebration of Reading Week from 8 September to 14 September 2020. Reading promotes literacy. It is a simple way to keep students' minds stimulated and focused. It also helps in development skills like creative and analytical thinking.
Fairy tales seem to be perfect, yet it has flaws, imperfections, mystery, and grim characters. When we look at stories and its various perspectives, we get deeper insight into them. As we begin with our first event, I invite Uma Devi to unravel the possible mystery behind the misery of negative characters in fairy tales.
I grew up reading fairy tales every night before bed. I loved the juxtaposition of the truly evil villain and the heroine who suddenly found herself on the wrong side of someone who wouldn't hesitate to whatever it took to bend the world into a shape more to their liking. To name some, the wolf in Red Riding Hood, stepmother in Snow White, the witch in Hansel and Gretel, etc. Have you ever wondered why these characters are there and why they are so bad and terrifying? I went into the journey of analyzing wicked characters and my findings astounded me. I'm here to share it with all of you. Fairy tales cannot progress without the evil queen in Snow White, who was jealous and did not want anyone in the world to be more beautiful than her. Greedy wolf in Red Riding Hood, who wanted to eat Little Red Riding Hood, who used tricks to fool her. Terrific witch in Hansel and Gretel, who exploited Gretel for her own comforts. Also, she had a bad intention to eat Hansel. Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty, who cursed an innocent baby just because she was not invited to the christening ceremony, etc., as the struggle between good and evil is the center of these tales. Wicked characters tell us what not to do, like not to exploit people for individual comfort, not to be jealous, self-interested, crave for power, harm others, not to use magical powers, if any, or some tricks to fool, not to instigate fear and belief. Interests and emotions, along with varieties of feelings, are triggered with these characters, which make the story very interesting to read. The curiosity and stickiness that are created by these characters are unbelievably fathomable. We learn from these characters how to maintain self respect, increase intelligence levels, not to fall prey, how to avoid crookedness, and finally being fearless. Thank you.
Choice, chance, change. You must make a choice to take a chance, or your life will never change. Life always throws opportunities at us for us to choose from. It is we who get to decide upon our life wisely. I present to you Ashwini, Ruchiranana, and Asmita to elucidate about the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, the only poet to have received the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry.
I need to start preparing for my exams. I'm not finding any time for myself. Going to school, tuitions, tests every other day has become monotonous. Now, this lockdown has made things difficult. Online classes, online tuitions, online physical exercises, yoga, you name it. Everything is online.
I feel that times are changing and we should welcome a few changes as well. After all, this is the 21st century, right?
I see that the both of you are stuck in a dilemma. Have you ever heard of the American poet Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken? Listen to it. You may be able to figure out the best possible solution. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. The poet, walking on the road, stands at an intersection of two roads where he has to make his choice of choosing one road. Similarly, in his life, he had reached a point where two options lay in front of him, and he decided to walk on the less traveled road, and that gave him a lot of recognition, honor, and fame. He was a good decision maker, and that changed his course of life. He tried the risky path, which made him independent.
Okay, so look here. The poet chose the second path and that made a huge difference in his life. Both the paths had leaves on them that day, but only one was worn out, implying it was used often, which is why he didn't choose that. He took the risk by choosing the other path, which turned out to be fruitful in the end as he became more confident, courageous, and optimistic. Just reading of books doesn't make someone courageous and confident, okay?
Risks are not always fruitful, you know. You may end up being miserable by taking the risk. I think the old way of learning, that learning for the purpose of scoring marks, is better.
We all should learn to embrace and accept the new kind of learning that is available today. The digital platform offers us new horizons to learn many more concepts in depth.
Learning perfectly for a better result and a good future is what matters, along with developing life skills which are very vital for survival. Gone are the days when students were supposed to learn for the sake of exams, so as to fetch more marks on paper, so as to gain entry into the best college for education. Education has taken a paradigm shift where the future needs of a student are skill based.
Having only bookish knowledge does not suffice in this rapidly advancing world. Schools and students have to adapt to experiential and self-directed learning where the facilitator takes us through hands-on experience with whatever we're learning. We need to have good scientific temperament along with numerical skills and also be aware of technology that can equip us to survive and also excel in this world. Also, the use of smart devices has helped the illiterate to have access to learning at any time or place, thus aiding in improvement of the literacy rate of the entire nation itself. So why not try and adapt to the new change in learning pattern?
You do have a point. It's good to have changes. It makes us more resilient and helps us adapt better to the new era of learning and creating a new world. We can recreate history by taking the unused path in learning, and this can strengthen our perseverance that is quite essential in the competitive environment we all live in.
Now, we can infer that the traditional way of learning is not the only road, but we can take the new road as we can diversify our learning by acquiring various other skills such as literacy and numeracy, developing scientific temperament, and also essential life skills such as effective communication, critical thinking, problem solving, using digital technology that can empower us to lead a satisfying and enlightening life of our own, and also contribute to the prosperity of our nation and world at large. Times are changing rapidly, so the choice is with us to accept and adapt to the change for a successful life and make a better world, or to hold on to learning everything by heart to score better marks without any practical learning. I have decided to choose the new path. What about you? Over to Saubhagya.
I do believe something very magical can happen when you read a good book. Hindi literature speaks the language of imagination, and the study of literature is supposed to train and improve the imagination. I now invite my fellow schoolmates who will present the famous children's story Rabbit and the Tortoise as a twisted tale.
खरगोश और कछुआ, एक ऐसी कहानी जिसके बारे में किसने नहीं सुना है। एक पुरानी कहानी है जिससे एक समूह में काम करने का एक अच्छा सबक मिल सकता है। आप लोग सब खरगोश और कछुए की कहानी के बारे में जानते ही होंगे, लेकिन इस कहानी का एक नया संस्करण है और हमें उम्मीद है कि आप अंत तक आनंद लेंगे। एक बार की बात है, एक खरगोश और एक कछुए के बीच एक तर्क हुआ, कौन सबसे तेज दौड़ सकता है।
मैं सबसे तेज धावक हूँ।
यह सच नहीं है, मैं सबसे तेज धावक हूँ।
ठीक है, चलो दौड़ते हैं।
ठीक है, मैं एक अच्छी दौड़ के लिए तैयार हूँ।
तर्क खत्म करने के लिए उन्होंने फैसला किया कि प्रतियोगिता की जा सकती है। वह एक मार्ग पर दौड़ लगाने के लिए सहमत हो गए। खरगोश तेजी से भागा और कुछ समय के बाद वो काफी आगे पहुंच गया था। देखते ही देखते खरगोश के दिमाग में एक विचार आया कि क्यों न वो एक पेड़ के नीचे बैठकर थोड़ा आराम कर ले।
बेचारा, मैं एक झपकी ले भी लूं तो भी वह मुझे पकड़ नहीं सकता।
वह पेड़ के नीचे बैठ गया और जल्दी ही सो गया। पर परिश्रमी कछुआ धीरे धीरे चलते हुए खरगोश से आगे निकल गया। चलते ही चलते कछुआ अंत तक पहुंच गया और उसने दौड़ भी जीत ली। जब खरगोश उठा तब उसे पता चला कि वह हार गया था।
कहानी का संदेश यह है कि धीमा एवं निरंतर दौड़ जीतता है। हम सब कहानी के इस संस्करण के साथ बड़े हुए हैं।
कहानी जारी है। मैं यह दौड़ क्यों हार गया?
दौड़ हारने पर निराश होकर खरगोश ने आत्मविश्लेषण किया। उसने सोचा कि आत्मविश्वास और लापरवाही के वजह से वह सुस्त हो गया था। यदि उसने इस प्रतियोगिता को हल्के में नहीं लिया होता तो कछुआ अब भी उसे हरा न पाता। तो उसने एक और दौड़ के लिए कछुए को चुनौती दी। कछुआ सहमत हो गया।
क्या हम एक और बार दौड़ सकते हैं?
ठीक है, मैं एक और चुनौती के लिए भी तैयार हूँ।
इस बार खरगोश अंत से अंत तक बिना रुके दौड़ता गया। वह कई मीलों के अंतर से जीत गया।
लेकिन कहानी यही खत्म नहीं होती।
इस बार कछुए ने कुछ नया सोचा। उसने महसूस किया कि इस तरह की प्रतियोगिता में वह खरगोश को कभी नहीं हरा पाएगा।
मैं खरगोश से कैसे जीत सकता हूँ?
उसने कुछ क्षण के लिए सोचा और उसने खरगोश को एक और चुनौती दी, पर इस बार उसने दूसरा रास्ता लेने का निर्णय लिया।
क्या हम एक बार और दौड़ सकते हैं? इस बार हमें एक अलग मार्ग से जाना होगा।
जरूर।
उन्होंने दौड़ शुरू की। खरगोश ने जो अपने आप से वादा किया था, उसके अनुसार वह तेजी से बिना रुके दौड़ा और एक चड़ी नदी के किनारे रुक गया। जीत का लक्ष्य नदी की दूसरी तरफ कुछ दूर था। खरगोश परेशान हो रहा था कि अब वह क्या करेगा। इस बीच कछुआ दौड़ते दौड़ते आया, नदी में उतरा और तैरकर नदी के दूसरे किनारे पर पहुंच गया। वह धीरे धीरे चलते हुए लक्ष्य तक पहुंच गया और उसने दौड़ पूरी भी कर ली।
मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? कहानी अब भी खत्म नहीं हुई है।
खरगोश और कछुआ अब तक अच्छे दोस्त बन चुके थे और वह दोनों एक साथ मिलकर सोचने लगे। दोनों ने यह महसूस किया कि जो अंतिम दौड़ थी उसको और अच्छे से दौड़ा जा सकता है। अब उन्होंने यह निर्णय लिया कि अंतिम वाले दौड़ को फिर से दौड़ेंगे, लेकिन एक टीम के रूप में।
हाय दोस्त, क्यों ना हम हमारे पिछले दौड़ को दोबारा से दौड़े?
बढ़िया। मैं सोचता हूँ कि हम इसे और अच्छी तरह से कर सकते हैं यदि हम दोनों एक दूसरे की मदद करें।
उन्होंने दौड़ शुरू की और इस बार खरगोश ने कछुए को अपनी पीठ पर नदी के किनारे तक बिठाया। वहां पर कछुए ने पहल की और उसने खरगोश को अपने पीठ पर बैठाकर नदी तैरकर पार किया और इस बार वे टीम में दौड़कर सफल रहे।
कहानी का सीख। सामूहिक कार्य हमेशा व्यक्तिगत प्रदर्शन से बेहतर होता है।
कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि आप कितने कुशल हैं, आप अपने दम पर हर मैच नहीं जीत सकते।
अगर लगातार जीतना है तो टीम में काम करना सीखना होगा। आपको अपने काबिलियत के अलावा दूसरों को भी समझना होगा और जब जैसी परिस्थिति हो उसके हिसाब से टीम की ताकत का इस्तेमाल करना होगा। धन्यवाद।
A Native American proverb says, "We don't inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children." Hence, we do not own nature, but we owe to it, and we are responsible for its reverence and sustainability. Kannada literature and culture celebrates nature extensively, and I call upon my friends to elucidate the relationship of nature with Kannada literature.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ವಿಷಯ ಈ ನೆಲ ಈ ಜಲ. ಭಾರತೀಯರಾದ ನಾವು ಪುರಾತನ ಕಾಲದಿಂದಲೂ ಇಂದಿನವರೆಗೂ ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಯನ್ನು ದೇವರೆಂದು ಪೂಜಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವುದನ್ನು ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಗುಡ್ಡಗಳನ್ನು, ನದಿ ಪರ್ವತಗಳನ್ನು, ಸೂರ್ಯ ಚಂದ್ರರನ್ನು ಇಂದಿಗೂ ಪೂಜಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವುದನ್ನು ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. ಆದರೆ ಇತ್ತೀಚಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯನು ತನ್ನ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲಿನ ಪರಿಸರವನ್ನು ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವುದನ್ನು ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. ಇದರಿಂದ ಮನುಷ್ಯನು ಒಳಗೊಂಡು ಸಕಲ ಜೀವಿಗಳ ಬದುಕು ತೊಂದರೆಯಾಗುತ್ತಿರುವುದನ್ನು ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. ಈ ಪರಿಸರವನ್ನು ರಕ್ಷಿಸುವ ಮೂಲಕ ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಸುಂದರವಾದ ನೆಲ ಜಲವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವುದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಹೊಣೆಯಾಗಿದೆ.
Next.
ಈ ನೆಲ, ಈ ಜಲ, ಈ ಕಾಡು, ಜುಳು ಜುಳು ಹರಿವ ಹೊರಗೆ, ಕೊಳೆಯ ಬೆರೆಸೋ ಕೆಳರೆ, ಬಗೆ ಬಗೆ ಹೊಗೆಯನು ಕುಳಿ, ಮಲಿನಗೊಳಿಸಿದಿರಿ ಗಾಳಿ. ಸಾಕು ಇನ್ನು ಸಾಕು, ಈ ತಪ್ಪತಿದ್ದಲೇಬೇಕು.
ಮರಗಳ ಕಡಿದು ಕಡಿದು ಎಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಬಣ ಬಣ ಬಿಸಿಲು, ಚಿಲಿಪಿಲಿ ಉಲಿವ ಹಕ್ಕಿ ಅಳುತ್ತಿವೆ ಬಿಕ್ಕಿ ಬಿಕ್ಕಿ. ಸಾಕು ಇನ್ನು ಸಾಕು, ಹಸಿರಾಗಬೇಕು ಬದುಕು.
Next slide.
ರಕ್ಷಿಸಬೇಕು ಬಿಡದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ನೆಲ ಜಲಗಳ ನಾವು ನಾಳಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗಾಗಿ ಉಳಿಸಿರಿ ನಾಡಿನ ಚೆಲುವು ಸಿರಿನಾಡ ಚೆಲುವು ಈ ಕರುನಾಡ ಚೆಲುವು.
Next.
ನಮ್ಮ ಪರಿಸರವನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವ ಮನುಷ್ಯನು ಇನ್ನೂ ಮೇಲಾದರೂ ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸುವ ಅಗತ್ಯವಿದೆ. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ಗಿಡಮರಗಳನ್ನು ಕಡಿಯುತ್ತಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಹಕ್ಕಿ ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಗೂಡು ಕಟ್ಟಿ ವಾಸಿಸಲು ಜಾಗವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ನರಳಾಡುತ್ತಿವೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಯು ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯಿಂದ ಬದುಕಲು ಗಿಡಮರಗಳನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸುವುದು, ಅದರ ಚೆಲುವನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸುವುದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಪರಿಸರವನ್ನು ರಕ್ಷಿಸುವುದು ಅಗತ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿಯಾದ ಸಾಲುಮರದ ತಿಮ್ಮಕ್ಕ ಅವರನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Sanskrit is the most ancient language and one among the greatest languages in the world. It is a beautiful treasure given to the world by India. Sanskrit is universally recognized as the language containing the earliest literature in the world. Now I request Vedant and Navneet to present a few literary treasures of the Sanskrit language.
सर्वेभ्यः नमो नमः. संस्कृतभाषा अस्माकं प्राचीनभाषा. सुरभाषा, गीर्वाणवाणी, देवभाषा इत्यादीनि नामानि अपि संस्कृतभाषायै अस्ति. इयं भाषा सरला, सुन्दरा, अनुपमा च. इदानीं संस्कृतभाषायाः साहित्यम् इति विषये छात्राः संस्कृते भाषयन्ति.
सुप्रभातं. मम नाम नवनीत्. अहम् अद्य संस्कृतसाहित्यस्य विषये वदामि. संस्कृतभाषा प्राचीनतमा भाषा अस्ति. संस्कृतस्य साहित्यमपि संसारे सर्वेषां साहित्यानां प्राचीनतमम् अस्ति. संस्कृते लिखिताः वेदाः, उपनिषदः, पुराणानि च हिन्दूनाम् अनेके धार्मिकाः ग्रन्थाः सन्ति. 4 वेदाः सन्ति. ते ऋग्वेदः, यजुर्वेदः, सामवेदः, अथर्ववेदः च. संस्कृते एव वाल्मीकेः रामायणं, वेदव्यासस्य महाभारतं चापि पश्यामः. भगवद्गीता महाभारतस्यैव एकम् अङ्गणम् अस्ति. संस्कृते दर्शनसाहित्यस्य, कथासाहित्यस्य, विज्ञानसाहित्यस्य, वैद्यसाहित्यस्य च अनेके ग्रन्थाः सन्ति. अनेके कवयः नाटकानि, काव्यानि च संस्कृतभाषायाः अलिखन्.
सुप्रभातं. मम नाम वेदान्त. अहम् अद्य संस्कृतकवेः विषये वदामि. संस्कृतसाहित्यस्य श्रेष्ठकविः कालिदासस्य अभिज्ञानशाकुन्तलं, मेघदूतं, कुमारसम्भवम् इत्यादि काव्यानि सुप्रसिद्धाः सन्ति. भासस्य नाटकानि प्रसिद्धाः सन्ति. एवं बाणभट्टस्य कादम्बरी सुविख्यातम्. हर्षः, भवभूतिः, दण्डी, भरवी, माघः, शूद्रकः, विशाखदत्तः, जयदेवः, विष्णुशर्मा च अनेके संस्कृतकवयः संस्कृतं सर्वेषां साहित्यानां मूर्ध्नि अस्थापयन्. जयतु संस्कृतं, जयतु भारतम्.
Literature festivals seem to be popping up everywhere these days, and we should take a moment to be thankful for that. In the past 2 centuries, literacy has spread across the world, and because of that, literature has also spread and flourished. Books are being appreciated in every corner of the world, and literature is being celebrated for its effect on culture. And language is no barrier for this new craze. Literature festivals are a beautiful celebration of an art form that touches everyone's life. Students should be able to identify analyze, interpret, and describe the critical ideas, values, and themes that appear in literary and cultural texts and understand the way these ideas, values, and themes inform and impact culture and society, both now and in the past. And this event today has given us a platform where we can expand our thinking abilities in various perspectives and also in ways that are usually ignored by the chaos of daily life. It enlightened us to read, reread, and also read between the lines of literatures to find the true essence of it. I would now like to call upon Edwin to propose the vote of thanks.
A warm and graceful afternoon to our Honorable Principal, Ms. Pamela Ghosh, our enthusiastic parents, teachers, and everyone gathered here. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks speech and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked really hard to make this event happen. First of all, I extend my most sincere thanks to the Almighty God for making today's event a resounding success. I would like to now extend my gratitude to our most valued visionary and the pillar of our school, Principal Ms. Pamela Ghosh. Ma'am, your thoughts have always enlightened our minds and have shown us new paths. My deepest sense of appreciation to AGP Deepthi Chaturvedi ma'am for all her efforts in bringing together today's Literature Fest. Special thanks to Academic Administrator Neelam ma'am and all the teachers for their constant guidance and support. I would also like to thank the people who work behind the scene, the IT department without whom the event wouldn't be as seamless. Last but not the least, a big thank you to each one of you who made the program a grand success. We spread the fragrance of love and renew our obligations. Once again, I thank all for your cordial cooperation. Thank you.